Hey everyone, my name is Matt, and welcome to Outpath Notes. Whether you're new here or you've been following along, I'm glad you're here. This is day 2 of my long weekend trip. Since this video might not go live for a couple months, I should mention it's late September, so the weather you're seeing makes sense. If you missed day 1, it's already up on the channel. Definitely check it out. My friend joined me last night, so from here on out, we're running 2 Jeeps for the rest of the trip. So what's the plan for today? Honestly, we've been going back and forth on this for days because the weather's been unpredictable. But this morning we finally decided we're heading to Jesmond Fire Lookout. I hit Jesmond a few weeks back and loved it, so I wanted to bring my friend up here. And if you watch the video from day 1, you know this isn't my first fire lookout of the trip. And spoiler alert, there's another fire lookout in the plans for this trip if our plans don't change. So subscribe so you don't miss it. But for now, let's focus on today's goal and how to get there. Step 1, find our way to Jesmond Road. We're taking Pavilion Pass, and after that, there's still a long Forest Service road before we reach the trailhead. So we've got some driving ahead of us. All right, let's leave the pavement and head out. All right, we aired down and we're starting Pavilion Pass right now. Most of it should be straightforward, but I read that the last few miles gets sketchy, but at least I'm hoping for some nice views along the way. The weather turned out way better than expected. The forecast was calling for rain, but it's actually sunny right now. And the views here are amazing. The mountains in the distance and the view of the valley from up here. And you can see fall has already started. Some fallen leaves here and there, and the trees are starting to turn into their fall colors. I really love this time of year. I've always admired the beautiful colors of fall. And after I started camping, I learned that this time of year is perfect. It's still relatively warm, but there aren't too many people anymore. It's more quiet out here. Let's enjoy the colors for a while. By the way, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. If you're enjoying this content, hitting subscribe would really help me get there. Oh, even more fall colors here. By the way, I tried to start my drone to get some footage, but then I realized something's wrong with the gimbal, so I gave up. I guess that means no drone footage for today. All right, we're climbing up now, and it's getting foggy. There's something kind of magical about this. It completely changes the vibe. Everything feels quieter, more mysterious. Kind of love it, actually. We're going down now. The fog's completely gone and it's sunny again. Since we're descending, I'm guessing this is that sketchy part I read about. Let's see what we're in for. We're pretty close to the end of this section. To be honest, it was really straightforward, didn't require any special skills. I guess the rating is too high for this one. All right, let's finish this up and see what's waiting for us next. Right at the bottom of the trail, this lake was waiting for us. We had to stop for some pictures. The lake looks amazing. The color, the mountains around it, and the sun's back now that we're out of the forest. Nice way to end this trail. All right, now we're on the Forest Service road that should lead us to the trailhead for the fire lookout. This part should be smooth. When I did Jesmond last time, I didn't take this road. I took the Big Bar Ferry instead. So this one's new to me. Let's see if it's what I expect. Wow, look at these mountains. They look surreal, but nice. And we're getting closer to the trailhead. And here's the sign I know really well from my first trip. That means we're starting the climb to the top.
Since I couldn't fix my drone, I decided to attach my GoPro to my friend's Jeep instead. I figured the climb would be just as easy as my first time here. Turns out I was wrong. The beginning started out as I expected. Slow and relatively easy climb to the top. We didn't know yet what struggles we'd face soon. And here the first struggle came. We approached 2 cars coming down, and the road here is really narrow, as you can see. We had to figure out how to safely pass each other. Luckily, they were nice enough to help us with spotting. We made it. It was a little stressful, but we worked together to make it safe. Now we can keep climbing. But we didn't know yet that wasn't the end of the struggles. And here came group number 2. They decided they'd back up and pull over to make space for us. But well, then we realized there were 5 cars in this group, and there's no easy way for them to find enough space to make this work. We quickly decided it'd be better if we backed up and let them pass. So now we had to figure out how to do that. My friend found a spot to pull over. I was still searching for one. The reversing went on for a while, but I still couldn't find a safe place. All right, we found our spots. Time for the group to pass us. And we made it again. This one took more effort. We had to back up a long way to find a safe spot. But eventually, everyone passed. We also asked if there were more groups up top, but this was the last one. So it should be an easy climb until we reach that final section with the tight turns. Let's go. We're almost at the top. You can already see some great views in the background. Soon we should reach the last gate that starts the really narrow and tight section. So we made it. I thought it would be as smooth as my first time here, but the worry I always have, that someone will come from the opposite direction and we'll have to figure out how to pass, actually came true. But we handled it well, and everyone worked together to make it happen. And now I'm here again at Jesmond Fire Lookout. This is the place where a few months back, I fell in love with these views and decided I wanted to visit more fire lookouts. That's all for this video, but this isn't the end of the trip. If you liked it, hit the like button. The next places we visited were even more amazing, and I can't wait to share them with you. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. See you next time.